am a Celebrity. Get me out of here. Nigel Farage's girlfriend has been snapped soaking up the sun as she awaits Farage's jungle exit. Farage, 59, was filmed stripping for his campmates at the Jungle Arms in last night's episode, while his girlfriend put on soaked up the sun in an eye-catching bikini on an Australian beach. The countdown to Farage and the other campmates' exit is well and truly on, with the final of the ITV show taking place on Sunday. And, after she was pictured arriving at Brisbane Airport, Nigel Farage has been enjoying the downtime before Farage leaves camp. Nigel was photographed putting on a Baywatch-inspired display on an Aussie beach as she donned a striking strappy two-piece bikini. The 44-year-old politician was seen crashing in the waves in the bright pink-red number as she allowed her short brunette locks to get wet in the sea. Before taking a splash in the Aussie waters, she was seen walking along the beach in a white mesh cover-up dress, which she matched with a printed beach bag and a pair of white over-ear headphones. Farage's girlfriend, who was 15 years his junior, went makeup-free for the outing and looked confident as she made the most of the hot weather down under, after a series of storms and wet weather in the previous week. The 44-year-old arrived in Australia last week and is now waiting for Farage to emerge from camp, which could be any day now due to the public vote. Nigel was also snapped lounging on the golden sands of the beach to soak up some sun rays before meeting Farage in the jungle and getting back to the UK. She looked relaxed and happy while sprawled on a towel placed on the sand. She switched off from the outside world with a pair of headphones over her ears and shielded her eyes from the roaring sunshine with a pair of oversized sunglasses. French politician Nigel and Brexiteer Farage had previously kept their romance a secret before his time on the programme. Speaking to GB News before jetting down under, she was critical of Fred's reacts but will now be able to speak to him face-to-face after he was evicted. She criticised First Date's star Fred, who has been the contestant most vocal in criticism of Farage for his part in Brexit. And YouTuber Rose also got both barrels for tackling Farage over a variety of issues including immigration. Farage said, "Fred annoyed me. And don't forget, I'm French. I was like, well, isn't it a bit rude to come from a different country and lecture the British electorate about the way the British people voted in 2016? I just think it's out of place, to be honest with you." But to be fair to Fred, he sort of made peace with Nigel and then they shared a couple of jokes and that was it. Nigel's used to these discussions and, I mean, he didn't back down, did he? It's easy peasy. Has been dealing with enemies and attacks and jokes for decades. We're talking about actually serious stuff like death threats, threats on your family members and things like that. So having an argument with Fred is really not going to faze him at all. Nigel's display comes after former UKIP leader Farage, 59, was filmed putting on a raunchy display and ripping off his shirt while singing karaoke for his fellow campmates at the Jungle Arms in last night's episode. Farage shocked his campmates as he began singing "Right Said Fred Said I'm Too Sexy" after they were rewarded a trip to the camp pub. As he belted the song while stood in front of a glittering gold microphone, Farage began unbuttoning his shirt before ripping it open and exposing his bare chest. As the clip of him parading shirtless in front of his campmates played, he was seen telling the Bush Telegraph, "I do know the Fairbrass brothers that produced that hit. You know, I'm too sexy for my shirt? Gotta get your shirt off. Campmate Danielle Harold looked shocked at Farage's display as she covered her mouth with her hands, as it was clear she didn't know where to look, while Josie Gibson could be heard screaming and Hollyoaks' Nick Picard laughed while the rest of the camp cheered the former MEP. After the stunt, he joked, "Follow that." Impressed by his routine, Tony said, "Nigel, well done," with Marvine adding, "That is brilliant." However, the viewers weren't quite so in awe of Farage's stunt, as one wrote on X, formerly known as Twitter, "Nigel put that shirt back on. #I'm A Celeb," as a second added, "I could have gone my entire life without hearing Nigel sing that. Thank you very much #I'm A Celeb." A third penned, "I will have nightmares of Nigel taking his shirt off." The TV moment came before it was announced Fred Sirieix was the next star to be voted out of camp by the public, following Frankie Dettori and Nella Rose. Two other stars had already left prior to this owing to medical grounds, with both Jamie Lynn Spears and Grace Dent being sent home. After being told he was leaving by hosts Ant and Dec, Fred said, "See you guys, take care," and hugged his campmates. Speaking to Ant and Dec after leaving camp, Fred said, "My time in the jungle has been an amazing experience. I got to meet some wonderful people. It is like another life, and here I am. I was living in the moment and not thinking about what was happening next. I found it quite easy because I really prepared myself." Follow Mirror Celebs on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and Threads.